sound, apparently each organ are responsible for certain functions. And when the organ are not function well, they start to get sickness. And that's why the seeking sound, we follow a creating cycle by generating the energy, so all the organs get stronger and getting healthier. Okay, so a lot of transforming the negative into positive, and you give your inner energy quality, balancing organ and calming down and healing the organ body. So in the way of the Tao, the healing Tao practice is in the way of the healing Tao practice is that we heal as a whole, not heal as one part. Okay, as a whole thing together, not one part. So so in order, we start from the creating cycle. Lung is 4, and therefore follow with Indian summer is the spleen. Lung, 4, and kidney winter, liver spring, heart summer, spleen Indian summer, and triple warmer. So that we follow in that cycle of 4 winter and spring and summer, Indian summer, and triple warmer, go to that way. Okay, in a creating cycle, and in this way, each one will help each other to generate more energy. So when we want the healing, we have to not only look at one problem and try to solve one problem, but we want to make all the body and organ are strong and healthy. And that's the most important part. Now, the seeking sound, actually, in the psychology, they use them a lot now for the patients also, and for the children that tension cannot concentrate. And it seemed like when they started to aware of their own body and have the movement and have the sound and put the concentration again on the organ, it seemed give them a very easy to learn how to concentrate and learn how to get in touch with the body. Oftentimes in the West, the psychology is they're taking drugs, so they are not in the body. The drug is always want them to get out. Like we have so many things, like when we're drunk, we're not in the body. Now we don't know where we are. Or when we're taking drugs, boom, we go somewhere, we don't know where we are. So when you don't know where you are, you don't think about your problem. You have no way to think about your problem because you are not there. But when you come back, the problem is still there. And oftentimes the problem getting more worse after you come back. You know? So that is not the way to solve the problem by escape from the problem. In the Tao way is you face the problem. So in the seeking sound, they discover that when you do the sound, they have a lot of theta, alpha, beta coming in. So the mind are calm, and the alpha, beta combined have a healing effect in the whole body. So we are healing the body in a totality, not just pick out one and try to heal one thing. So when you keep on doing that, a lot of sickness eventually gone. I mean, I actually received the first Chinese medicine and Qigong Congress of the world in San Francisco, and they give me because I am the best healer they ever know. But I haven't healed any people at all, physically, individually, for so many years. I haven't done anything at all. But by teaching the people practicing it, and eventually a lot of sickness gone, or even eventually they get healthier and they don't get sick anymore. So they discovered this one through the acupuncturists and the herbology and the Western medicine that study the acupuncture. Their patient come and study with me, and when they go back to check with them, they say, hey, what are you doing? Your body is improving, your body responds to more energy, and you are healing much faster. So they say they learn the healing Tao. So they heard so much about healing Tao, so finally they give me the Qigong Master of the Years. And that, I never, that means I haven't healed people for, individually for more than nearly 20 years already. You know? But the healing takes place because when you put the people, their problem in their own hand and you teach them how to heal, that's all. And you just help them a little bit and make sure they keep on practicing it until they get it. That's the most important part of the whole thing. Okay? So that's why all we're doing here is always talk about whole body, whole organs, whole body working together, not take them apart. Okay? So if you don't take them apart, they work together and eventually all the sickness is going to go away. Okay? So now in the current photography, this is before 1 year, before practice, and make after 2 months of practice, and after making and this one also doing iron church also, embracing the tree and golden turtle, embracing in the turtle. So you can see the aura in the finger are very, very different. And this, the aura also, you see, very broken, and this is very full and energy. So you have much more protection against any sickness. And that is the, so you can see the unbalance between the leg and hand, right, and between the right and left. So now, so when you do the heart sound, you can see the big difference. During the second electrophoregraph, an improvement and intensified on finger aura and the toes, detoxification of the large intestine. So you can see that when they do, this is not doing and this is doing the sound, can be a big difference. And this is when they do the lung sound, this before and this after doing the lung sound. And this is the kidney sound. Okay, the kidney sound. And this is the triple warmer. Yeah, triple warmer. Before and after, you can see big difference in there before and after you do. Okay, and this is a very effective method and very simple. So first thing, we want to aware the lung and just feel any negative energy. The first process we do is try to transform the negative to positive. We call compose. Okay, and very simple. If you want to compose a garbage pile, all you need to do is put some good, friendly microorganism. Okay, we call now they have a lot now. They actually like we are doing here. We use called friendly microorganism. They have about 40 strings together. So those will compose anything to be fertilized. So we put them on the compost pile and we turn them, and few more weeks we have fertilized. Okay, the same thing in here. That's why it takes time for in the beginning. When you can sense like you feel sadness and depression in your lung, and you always good to send love. Love, courage, and righteousness. So you send the energy and let them spiral and blending and neutralize with the negative. That's it. And you can, but some of them, sometimes it's too much or you cannot transform it. We're going to do the sound. So we're going to do the sound and come up, and the sound. So you let, when you do the sound, you let the cloudy gray color come out and let it down. Think it go down to the ground. Think it go down to the ground. And the ground will compose them again. But if we dump out to the space, it never transforms. And it comes back and haunts us again. And I tell you, this is my experience. This is the biggest problem in our society. Because all we do is we never learn how to properly dump the garbage. So we always dump out to the society or dump to the space by confession to God, but God never take any of our garbage at all. It's still there. And this is very interesting. After we dump for 30, 40 or 50 years, they're too much in the space. And they need to be cleaned out. And the way to clean out is wall. That's it. It's wall. So if you look at the history, 30, 40 years, we have a big wall. 30, 40 years, we have a big wall. Now we know that a terrible wall, and we try to prevent the big wall. But if you put all the small wall every day will happen, it's not lesser than a big wall. We have war and killing every day. Every place is in a small like this. And believe me, this is what we are dumping garbage in the wrong way. We're dumping either into the society or dumping into the space. And when I teach this and somebody asks me, my God, Master Chi, how can you teach us to dump all this garbage to the poor Mother Earth? I said, look, Mother Earth needs negative turn to be positive. Very simple. You see? When, in a jungle, you don't need to have anybody go around and put fertilizer in the jungle. Have anybody doing that? No, you don't need to do it. Very simple. The animal, they shit. And they walk, they eat. Walk, it's very quick. They don't care about where no toilet at all. They just eat and shit. And the leaf coming down and the tree falling down. And it turns to be fertilized. So it's very natural, composed by itself. Okay? That is the earth. Our negative become the positive energy of the Mother Earth. The earth can do it. Space cannot do it. So it's very important. Now, in this process, inner seeking sound very similar like confessions, but we are doing it in a different way. You get in touch with the negative emotional and you change to positive. Now, I grew up in a Christian. I pray every day, 5 times a day, and I always confess myself, Especially at night, I have to confess that I'm a bad boy. Please forgive me, and tomorrow I will try to do the best again, So that is always confess, And it helped that way to a certain level. And one day, I think I'm very good boy. So my mother come and said, let's pray. Are you a good boy today? I said, yes, I'm very good boy. Before that, when I confess, it's only about 10 seconds. Confess, pray, finish, go to sleep. So when I say I'm a very good boy, my mother started to ask me, what you doing when you get up in the morning? I say, I get up and do this and that. And what you doing at 7 o'clock in the morning? What you doing at 8 o'clock in the morning? What you doing at 10 o'clock in the morning? What you doing in the afternoon? What you doing in the evening? He go through my whole day, what I'm doing, that I said, my God, it took me 15 minutes to go through the whole day, you know. And I figured out that when I say I'm a good boy, take me so long time, you know. When a bad boy, take me 10 seconds, finish, you know. And God forgive me, I will be good boy again. Thank you, amen, go to sleep. So every time, so next time he always asks me, are you good boy? I said, no, I'm not good boy. I ask God forgive me. You know, that's it. Let's go. So sometimes become a bad boy better than good boy. You know, and this is very interesting because when I learned the Tao, and you see a different thing, different way, because they are the same purpose. You want to get rid of the negative and transform to positive. But in the way that we do, we want to nail the Satan, kill the Satan, kill the devil, destroy the devil. Okay? But in the Taoism say no. Devil is your friend. You know? The whole problem is that you cannot nail or kill a devil. So the rule is, if you cannot win your enemy, what you should do? Make them your friend. Right? And I tell you, negative is here to stay. Sorry to tell you, right? Everybody know that, right? Negative is here to stay. Or if we turn to another word, maybe a lot of you may understand, sin is here to stay. That's it. But in the Taoism, we don't call sin, we call negative and positive. So if you look at them as negative, you can turn them to positive. The only one way we're looking here is to find a balance. When you're too extreme angry, extreme hatred, you can become hurting or killing people. But nothing wrong with hate people, nothing wrong with telling a lie, nothing wrong with jealousy, nothing wrong with envy, nothing wrong with all this negative emotional. Nothing wrong with it. As long as you can feel this energy. You get that part? No? Sometimes you tell a lie and make somebody feel happy. Why not? Right? And I always, in the immigrations, when I go to the state, they always ask me. When I go into New York, they always ask me, have you buy anything? No. And you have to smile and very calm, say, no, I haven't buy anything. Yes, you can check it. No, are you sure? Yes. Okay, go. Who else don't buy anything? You know, you when you travel, what else? So, when they check you, you know, they check me once time, they don't find anything. You know? So sometimes you're telling a lie and make more convenient. What is that? You know, so in the way of the Tao is, you feel the negative and you transform it to positive. If you cannot feel the negative, you cannot transform it. It's the same thing that if you recognize the sin and you ask God forgiveness and you dump the sin out and you have no more sin. But tomorrow you still have negative again. Why? Negative is here to stay. So if you know that the garbage can compose, then the garbage can compose to fertilize, you welcome garbage. You don't afraid of garbage, right? You gathering them and compose them, that's it. You gathering them and you compose them. It's a daily job. Every day. It's a daily job. Like you smile, you feel sadness, depression, you send in love, joy, happy, courage, and righteousness, spiral blending the energy. That's it. You keep on doing that, the negative change to positive. That's it. Okay? The same thing that if you pray enough and confess enough, one day you're very good boy or very good man or woman. You pray enough and confess enough one day. That's how it works that way also. But the way we do is we dump out to the space. You become holy, but the other people become very dirty. So it's not that very good for the whole thing, right? So let go all the negative to the earth. And you move your hand down. And you're smiling into your lung. Breathe in the white light. And let it, when you feel you in touch with your lung, you started to spiral. You started to spiral in the Dantian. 3 Dantian spiral. Okay? And you feel the universe are spiraling. The whole universe are spiraling. That's it. Okay? And the universe will start the Dantian. Dantian will charge the lung. So that we follow the same pattern again. The next one is the winter season. We cover the kidney. Smile to the kidney. See any fear, nervousness, being the generosity, gentleness, love, stillness to help transform the nervous and fear. That's it. You need being a good energy to help transform the negative, and the negative become the positive. Okay, but you have to remember, always there will be negative, and negative is here to stay. Why? In our body, they always have negative and positive, the two energy there all the time. And you cannot say you get rid of the negative and you have only one positive. That's impossible. If you said the same thing that if you want only day and you don't want night. You know? In the West, when we talk about night, we always talk about all the horrible ghost movie, you know, like the Dracula, bloodsucker, you know. So they call the Prince of Darkness. Now in the Chinese, the Prince of Darkness is the Yin power. It's very powerful power. It's one of the most powerful Yin power. Right now, the scientists started to discover the same thing what the Tao discovered. They discovered that all the Yin star is the most powerful star, and it governs the whole universe. And those stars, we don't see them because they don't reflecting light. So they call the Yin star, the black star, the Yin. They're very Yin outside, but they're very young inside. You know? And that's the one is important. So we say, oh no, there is the Prince of Darkness. But in the West, when you say Prince of Darkness, means very evil person. But Yin and Yang have to be balanced. Now we group the hand and look up and do the kidney sound. And you flatten down the stomach, press again the kidney, let go all the negative and transform on the ground. And you cover the kidney again, and you spiral. After you cover and in touch, spiral 3 Dantian, and aware the whole universe are spiraling. This one over and over, you have to do it. If you practice and concentrate in the kidney too long, and your Dantian cold, you lose energy. It's very simple. You're losing energy. But when you can always keep your Dantian warm, you gain energy more. Dantian is your battery charges. Always keep it charged. Okay? And the way to keep it charged is spiral in the 3 Dantian, and the universe are spiraling. Liver, spring season. So we cover the liver, smile to the liver and gallbladder. Feel any angry, jealousy, envy, frustrations. And let the kindness, generosity, and love come in to help transform this negative energy. Help transform this negative energy into positive. And that is how the negative can transform to positive. Okay? And we raise the hand, come up. And the hand come up. And when you interact your arm, very important part, you press up and you lean the liver on the right hand side, so you lean to the left, and the rib cage restrict the liver, so it compress the liver and use the sound. In this way, and let the cloudy, gray color, negative that you cannot transform down to the earth, and the earth will transform this energy and supply more healing energy back to you. Earth itself has so much healing power connecting to us. Okay? And you feel your whole body grow with green light. Now the heart. So when you are aware the heart, smile, and you open your hand, the same position with the liver sound, but the leaning this time you lean to the right, and you feel the obstruct on the right side here, the right side, the left side on the heart, and you use the sound. Okay. And let the cloudy gray color come down into the earth and transform. And you put your hand down very slowly and smile to the heart. And when you smile to the heart and feel you breathing red light, love, joy, and happy, and you started to spiral in your dantian, spiral in the heart, spiral in the crown. And when you spiral enough in the crown, you see, you will feel the energy present. That is the whole important part. You feel the energy are present with you. Okay? And the universe are spiral. The next one is the spleen, pancreas, and the stomach. The fall season, the yellow light, and the worry and anxiety. Worry and anxiety, some people think is a very mind emotional, but oftentimes it causes a lot of problem in us. Okay, so we let the openness and fairness and love help transform this energy. And you do the sound. Okay, and feel that you press into it and the sound. So cloudy and gray color come out, and you smile, gather the energy again, and smile into the spleen, pancreas, and stomach. And started to spiral 3 dantian, and feel the whole universe are spiraling again. Okay, so that is the whole process. And the last one is the triple warmer. We divide upper warmer from here, from the chest up to the neck, to the head, middle warmer up to the navel, and the lower warmer from navel down. So 3 warmer. Sometimes we call circulation sex, mean the heart warm energy, the sexual is cold energy. So the heart, when we circulate enough hot energy down to the cold energy, it warm up the sexual energy. And the cold energy come up to cool out the heart. So that is called circulation sex also. Also is the hormone system moving also. Okay. So that is the, usually we laying down, we inhale, and exhale. Okay. And when you exhale down and you slowly look at your toes, feel cloudy, gray color, sick energy go out of the toes. Okay. And we do the dantian and the universe. And the whole universe are spiraling. Okay. The whole universe spiraling. So we're going to do the sound. We're going to do, and you smile to all the organ again and feel all the organ brighten with light, with all the different color. Okay. So We're going to do this sound. We're going to do 3 times, and we're going to be rest and spiral the 3 dantian, and the whole universe are spiraling. Okay?